And welcome into boys basketball here on the Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you as we are getting you set here for the start of this boys basketball game between the Frederick Golden Eagles and your Erie Tigers at Erie tonight. Coming into the season with a pair of wins, and they're coming off a win over Bear Creek. Frederick, they are 3-3 on the year, but Frederick, they had a special season just a year ago, running all the way to the, what was that, the state semifinals? Shoot, did they make the state championship game? It's all washing together now. But the point is, they had a fantastic year last year in 4A, 25-2 overall. They knocked off Meade in the playoffs. That was a big one. And they thumped them 76-61. And they would fall to Air Academy, who in that semifinal game, who fell to Mesa Ridge in that state championship game by 3 points. So yeah, that was that semifinal game, Final Four team from a year ago, looking to kind of replicate their success, but a little bit slower start for the Golden Eagles this season. When you take a look at what's transpired so far, they lost a tough one to Meade by 3 points to open up the season, then wins over Mountain View and Littleton, dropped a couple in a row to Grand Junction and Denver South, and then thumped Fort Morgan earlier this week. And now they are playing this Erie basketball team here tonight. Their leading scorer is JJ Strojink. Shoot, I should have double-checked that before we started. You're better than this, Mr. Bird. To be fair, we're doing a lot of setup here and not much time between games. So let's get started with this one. Erie wearing their white, Frederick wearing their blues, and Frederick will win the tip. And they'll start with the ball into the front court. Right away, 3-ball, Caden Martin. That one's off the mark. Rebounded there by Gebhardt. Up to Lucas Lee. He'll bring it over the midline. Lee searching for Gebhardt. Hahn will take it hard to the rack. Follows it up, or tosses it up to the window and gets it to fall. And so Braden Hahn, the first points of the game tonight for the Tigers. Into the corner now. That's Buffington with it. He'll whip it out to Strojink. And he will step on the line. And a turnover there. So good energy from the opening whistle here for Erie. Toss in to Gebhardt. Callan with it. Power left-hand dribble. We'll pick it up here. Callan off to Marco Martinez. Almost had it stolen. Kicks it. Lucas Lee fires the 3-ball. That's too strong. Ball rattled around. Hahn with the board. Looking for an outlet. Gets it to Gebhardt. Fires the 3. That's no good. Another rebound. Hahn, he'll go up with it again and lays it up and in. And the Tigers quickly starting off. A couple buckets by Hahn. Now Martin drives. The finger roll is up and good. Good job in transition at that time for the Golden Eagles. Gebhardt and Smith playing catch in the backcourt. Smith will kick to the corner. Marco thought about the 3. Instead, he'll cycle it up. Marco looking for an outlet. Has Gebhardt here between the circles. Callan crossover into the paint. Looking, bounces off to Chris Smith. A drive. Little kick to Hahn. Hahn ducks under. Throws it off the window. No good. Trying to start off with 6 straight points is Hahn. Maybe found a little mismatch there in the film that they like. 3-ball on the way. That's short. Smith will pick up the board. Good pass by Gebhardt ahead to Lee. Thought about the 3 and traveled as he didn't get the ball on the floor in time. That is the most whistled high school play, in my opinion. And it just bewilders high schoolers. I mean, you ever watch their reaction, they're always like, wait, what? Frederick on the attack. Whips it to the corner. Good little set play there and rattling the 3 home. Stanjic on the 3. Strojic. I don't know. The Max Prep roster might be different than the in-house roster. Hahn dribbles, kicks. Marco for 3. That's off the mark. Frederick with a 1-point lead has the ball. They'll work it up the floor here across the midline. Strojic will fire the floater and gets that one to go. The senior point guard, the leading scorer for this Golden Eagle team. Now Gebhardt got bumped, and the Erie bench wanted a foul call, and instead they'll call a travel and a turnover as Braylon Engelhardt will check into the game. Garcia with it, harassed there by Gebhardt. Martinez drawn the tough assignment of guarding Strojic, and couldn't get that one to fall was JJ, and that one will go out of bounds. 3-point lead here for Frederick. Gebhardt will walk it over the midline. Callan to the near side. Hahn dribbles, tried to go up with it, and it's fouled. And we'll go to the line to shoot too. Hahn off to a good start here for Erie. You look at the numbers there in terms of what Tigers have done this year. See Hahn with those quick early 4 points. He's averaging 5.6 a contest. We're going to let natural sound take over for a second. All right, we're doing some work behind the scenes. We're trying to get our camera operator to zoom in and realize, oh, he's not even wearing a headset. That makes sense. And Hahn is fouled, and he'll go to the line. And Braden Hahn has all 5 Erie points. All 5. And he's to the line here again. A little defensive struggle here in the early goings of this one. It's Hahn again. Now above his season average here. Barely even 5 minutes in, not even 5 minutes in rather, to this first quarter. And Tigers get the team rebound. It was last touched by Frederick. Gebhardt to inbound, into Hahn. He's been the hot hand, right out to Callan. Engelhardt now from the corner. Engelhardt trying to look low, off to Braden again. Down low, they find Hartman, and Harry will kick it to the corner, and that's who you want. Stroking the 3, that's Chris Smith. And the Tigers have the 2-point lead. Tiger fans trying to get into this one. Board was tipped out of the hands of Hartman, and a travel is called. The Tiger bench all over that one. They were incredulous that that was a walk. And now Gebhardt will bring it up here for the Tigers. Callan behind the back dribble. Smith. Tigers, a lot of dribble handoffs here in this motion set. Down low to Hartman, back to the basket, trying to work his way in. Throws the right-hander off the glass and gets that to go. 4-point lead. That jumper no good off the dribble. Erie with the rebound. Now they'll walk it up. Gebhardt. I don't think he's even attempted a shot tonight. And got it tipped down. That one will stay with Erie. Well, the girls knocked off Frederick by 9 points in that first game before this one. Boys trying to sweep them out here in this doubleheader. Lee back to the basket, and he got fouled as he was trying to drive, and that was the league score for Frederick. Stronjek. We'll get it eventually. Gebhardt bounces off to Braylon Englehart, trying to drive. Gebhardt hands it right back to Braylon, who will fire the three, but they're going to call a travel that will wipe off a three. Said he shuffled the feet as he tried to set his feet. Fans, student sections. Frederick outdrawn the Erie student section. I'd like to mention that. Smaller school too, and a road game. Three ball is good for Chris Smith. Now a throw up off the glass is no good. Tigers on quite the run here. 10-0 run, I think. Gebhardt kicks out. Lucas Lee will fire three. He will hit. Oh, the Tigers are on fire. 10-point lead for Erie. 3 straight triples and a full timeout. We will take a timeout. Tigers lead it by 10 on the Erie Tiger Network.
Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to stellar service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. And Erie leading it here by 10. And they were down 7 to 4? And they have gone on a little 10-0 run here. So, Golden Eagles will bring it up the floor here. A little bounce off into the paint. And that was charged to Lucas Lee. Kick to the corner. Tapper, and just last touch there by Birch. Crossover, dribble into the paint, kicked out. Little feed down low. It was last touched by the Eagles. And no, the near sideline official is going to change that call. Or, yep, and they will change it. Taking a peek at Coach Perriott, see how he feels about it. And a foul called on the floor before the shot on Harry Hartman. That is the team second in the quarter. 16 seconds, ball tipped, and Hartman plucks it away. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Tigers can play for last shot. Gebhardt crossover, drives into the paint, gets fouled. Marcus Garcia gets tagged with a foul. That's the fourth on Frederick. Inbound here, 4 seconds left. Bounce into Hartman. That one's knocked away. Birch to Lee. Fadeaway three at the buzzer's no good. And the Tigers lead it by 10. We'll take a timeout here. Head to the second quarter on the Erie Tiger Network.
Go to where your friends are. Go to where the action's at. Go find your sense of adventure. Go Airheads, Airsoft Field and Store located in Erie, Colorado. Go Airheads and go Tigers.
You are watching the ETN.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird here with you. A quartet of students here on the broadcast. Tori is our director, producer here tonight. We have Braxton Willard, our main cam, and on the floor we have two camera operators. We have Layden and Paxton down there. So thank you, fellas. 10-point lead for Erie. They close that quarter on a 10-0 run. Still there for Frederick, trying to get back into the groove. Garcia drives. He'll kick it. And a walk is going to be called as kind of falling down was Zach Burton. He thought he got hit from behind. Now Gebhardt will bring it up here for the Tigers. Callan finds a wide open Marco Martinez, and a beautiful head fake by Marco, and he laid it up and in. What you're supposed to do, you have that much space, the guy's flying at you, you can just give him the hard head fake, and he did that. They have not put the points up on the board. And there they are, 19-7, Erie leads a 12-0 run right now. Tigers right now, nice little lead here. Off to Chris Smith, almost shuffled the feet. That ball was tipped into the backcourt. Lucas Lee will handle it. Lee weaves through traffic. Gebhardt drives baseline. Oh, hit Martinez right in the chest with the pass. A good one, and Marco couldn't squeeze the mitts on it. That was Buffington with it. Off to Strojic. Gebhardt was hit in the back of the head. No foul call. Layup is no good, and a rebounding foul, I think, is going to be called on Erie on the clear out. And they're going to call a foul on Callan. Callan's frustrated because he got hit in the head on a rebound, and then he boxed out more aggressively, and they called him with the foul the next time. Tell you what, though, coaches don't get too upset on rebounding foul calls. Means you're putting it in high effort. 19-7 Erie leads right now, and they just have more energy. Good almost steal there. Oh, the Tiger hands are active and alive right now. Hahn kicks it. Smith in rhythm for three. Oh, that was halfway down before it popped out. And now it's a 5-on-4. Hahn's got to get on his horse to get back into the flow here. They've got an extra man there. They did a good job finding it. Smart basketball there by Frederick. And the near side man, Garcia, cleaned it up. Now Gebhardt will bring it up here for Erie. See if they can't get Callan going here. Bounce into the corner, Smith. Callan, nice little spin, draws the foul. No, they'll call a walk there. Whistle has been unkind for Callan. Ten-point lead here for Erie. That little bucket by Frederick last time down ended a 12-0 run for Erie. 3-ball on the way from deep by Justice. That's strong off the back iron. Rebound away by Engelhardt. Smallest guy on the floor. Hartman gets shoved from behind. They're going to give that one to Jonathan Madera, the 6'4" senior center. Frederick, not a lot of size this year. Of course, I don't know that Erie has a ton of size either. Pass in, and man, great pass by Callan, great finish by Marco. Just the body language sold it, and no Golden Eagle was ready to defend it. 21-9. Drive, dish into the corner, pull-up jumper, too strong. Martinez tried to pull down the board and fed it off to Gebhardt. The Tigers, they're just a little bit more energetic in this one so far. Really making a huge difference. Marco in the corner, feeds it to Hartman, finds an open man. It's Lee for three, and that one just rattling around, couldn't get it to fall, and Hartman thought he maybe got a Golden Eagle to touch it, but I think it was last off him. 21-9. The Tigers a 14-2 run after being down 7-3. 3-ball on the way, that's buried by Garcia. And Frederick, boy, did they need that. Engelhardt with it. Tigers break in a little bit of pressure. Hartman with it, back to the basket. Nice give and go. Engelhardt floats it with the right hand. Couldn't get that to drop, though. Good little give and go. Couldn't finish. Now Aldana into the game. There's some height. And they're going to call a foul on Harry Hartman as Hoven Aldana will go to the line. Second team foul this quarter on Erie. Owen Slater set to check in here for the Tigers. First time tonight. Martinez and Hartman will come out. Hahn will check back in. Tigers a little bit smaller lineup. See if they try and maybe press or play some haste here. Back to single digits. Frederick settling back in a little bit here. Slater will pick it up. He's trapped off to Gebhardt. Engelhardt thought about the three, off to Hahn, drives, tries to go through contact, throws it to Slater. It was knocked away, and he was last to touch it. Tigers have not gotten a good look the last about 3 or 4 trips down the floor. They checked the score, but it is correct. No home cooking. Frederick trying to poke into the paint, and another foul called. We've had 6 between the two teams so far here in the quarter. A little bit more physical here. Frederick's intensity started to pick up a little bit more. Erie, it was all Erie energy start. Nice little swipe there by Gebhardt. He's going to go down the lane, tries to draw contact, no call. And Callan is frustrated because he has not gotten a single call go his way. It seems like it's just been him. As there's that 3 ball is off the window and good, and then a tech foul is called on Callan. So not only do you get the bank 3, but Callan gets tagged with the tech. And so Callan Gebhardt going up to the official, I think, apologizing, saying my bad. You don't usually see Callan be the one that gets rattled there. And I mentioned how he hadn't gotten a call all night, and I think he had had enough. And they either, I don't know if he was called for undercutting the shooter or saying something to the official. I'm not sure. But they make one and they get possession. Man, this is a costly little 4-minute stretch here for the Tigers. They had a 12-point lead down to 3 now. It's been a game of runs for sure, and there's a travel and a turnover there. Lechuga was called for the travel. Now Gebhardt with it. We'll kick off to Lee. Lee trying to bounce it into Slater. The Tigers, I mean, I don't even remember their last shot attempt. It has just been that brutal. Chuga trying to get it in. This little bench here for Frederick has been strong, but stepping out was Lechuga. And he has back-to-back turnovers. All right, let's see if the Tigers can get a shot up here. It has been a hot minute since they have even attempted a field goal. It's too sloppy in possession. Callan off to Lucas Lee, to Marco. Back to Callan. Gebhardt drives, fakes, turnaround. Trying to do the Sombor shuffle. Hahn couldn't collect the rebound, and then he'll get called with a foul. So he was trying to be physical there on the floor and just lost his balance a little bit. I think really Aldana did a good job selling it. So Aldana will go to the line, only down 3. Tigers had a 14-2 run, and now it is a 9-0 run. Or excuse me, an 11-0 run for Frederick, right back. Man, pretty drastic swings here in this one. fairly low-scoring affair, but when they've scored, it's been in spurts. Missed both, but Frederick got the long rebound, and now a timeout is called. Timeout called. We'll step aside as well. Tigers trail it by 3 on the Erie Tiger Network.
You are watching the ETN.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 21-18 lead here for Erie. Minute 53 left in the game. Or, goodness, in the first half. The officials talking things over here between some players. I don't know if they maybe just haven't liked some of the physical play. Hahn gets it up to Marco, who falls down and maybe slipped on the slick floor. And they're going to call a travel here. Marco, he hit the deck hard. Glad to see he's up and okay. And stepping out of bounds were the Golden Eagles. Hahn. Out to Marco now. Back to Hahn. Tigers gone quiet here in the third quarter. Smith to Marco, trying to hit an open shot. That's too strong. Man, Erie has just gone absolutely ice age cold here in this quarter. Aldana spins at the rack, couldn't get that one to go. Hahn picks the ball up before it rolled out. They tried to throw it off him. Good job by Braden to hold on to possession there and keep that one for the Tigers. Now Gebhardt whips one up to Smith. Callan with it, and he did not establish himself inbounds, and another turnover for Erie. And that is a frustrating half of basketball for Callan Gebhardt. In a lot of ways, Callan is the kind of leader of this team. Kick to the corner, 3 ball on the way. Chris Smith wanted a charge called, to no avail. Aldana is going to spin on Hartman, and Smith tried to strip him, and he's going to get called for the foul. Shot is up, and that is good. So now Hartman will check out. Lucas Lee back in. Shot's too strong. Now Lee has it. Lee will push the pace now. Gebhardt. Callan, as the clock winding down, fakes, kicks. Smith trying to go up with it at the buzzer, buries it home. Chris Smith for 3, and the Tigers lead it by 5 as they head into the locker room. We'll take a timeout here. Tigers lead it 24-19 here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to carewayortho.com.
You know that feeling you get when your life is about to change? It's terrifying, sure, but isn't it exciting? You may not know with certainty what lies ahead, but that's what makes life, well, life. And even when the scene in the rear view is hard to leave behind, take a deep breath, hold on tight, and remember, there's no better way to move than forward.
Jeff Foxworthy here. You know, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Wow, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award, as well as being featured on national television. We are very proud of our facility and we welcome the opportunity to address your disposal needs. Our focus is on customer service. We strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal requirements. Choose Front Range Landfill for all your landfill needs. You will be pleased.
Kicking off the season celebrating 35 years of serving our local community. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a do-it-yourself project. At Budget Home Supply, we value a more personal relationship with our customers. Hey, Ernest.
Hey, Vern.
Whether you have a project in your kitchen or bathroom, a new outside deck, or just some general home improvements, indoors or out, come on down to Budget Home Supply.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Jeannie Hulse in Erie today.
Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk, an experienced real estate agent serving Erie, Vista Ridge, and the surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen has assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
If you ever wanted to support the Erie Tiger Network, the student media arm of Erie High School, well now you can. We have set up a Patreon page. There's a way for you to send us a monthly pledge in order to provide funding for the program, as well as get access to reward tiers. As a Tiger fan, you get the satisfaction of knowing you are helping out your favorite local media organization. As a member of the ETN fan club, you are officially recognized on air and can receive ETN goodies throughout the year. As an in-broadcast red sponsor, you get to sponsor a specific segment of any broadcast. For more information, email bird_brandon at sbbsd.org. This is a $25 per month limit. As an appreciator of Erie's live broadcast of the weekly news, you can help support this program by becoming one of our patrons by going to bit.ly/ETNPatreon.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as we get you set here for half number 2. Erie with a 5-point lead. It was a 7-3 lead at one point for Frederick. Erie would then go on a 12-0 run. They would get it up to 21 to about 7 before Frederick went on an 11-0 run themselves. So 5-point lead for Erie. We'll see if they get into more of a back and forth rhythm here, and a Lucas Lee gets called with the foul. Right out, we talked about Callan Gebhardt was the beneficiary of some tough whistles against him. Not necessarily a bad call, just every 50-50 call went against Callan. An overall decently officiated first half. Shots off the mark, rebounded by Hahn. Here comes Callan up the floor. Gebhardt looking for an outlet. Passes out of a potential double. Hahn drives down the lane looking. Kicks. Lucas Lee will drive in. Got it poked from behind. Picked it up. Oh, and a early whistle called. Coach Perriott not liking that one. That was never dual possession. Oh, what was the whistle blown so early for? Callan's got to get it in. Finally triggers it into Chris Smith. Back to Gebhardt. Marco slid a couple times tonight. Of course, this floor is difficult to play on. That's why I think they're going to get a new one over the summer. It is not fun to try and play on this floor. Gebhardt, head fake. Kicks out to Lee. And another foul away from the ball. They called that one on Chris Smith. I haven't really seen Coach Perriott too animated tonight. Always check in, see what the coach is looking and feeling. They have a better look at those calls than I do up here sometimes. Nice head fake and up and under by Aldana, and so back to a 3-point game here. Erie still on top. Lee off to Gebhardt. Into the lane, nice little double clutcher. Can't get the shot to fall though is Callan. Into the corner, 3 ball, buried. Tie game here. Tigers have not come out with the same energy they came out with in that first quarter, where they were flying all over the place. Lee will cut, Lee to the rack and gets it to go. Now Lucas Lee trying to trap into the corner, wide open, no one picked up Garcia. Couldn't get the shot to go, though. Now Lee, crossover dribble into the paint again, and again off the window, gets it to go. So Lucas Lee back-to-back buckets. He's got to have at least 7 now. And that shot is up and good. And teams trading buckets, and Gebhardt almost lost it out of bounds. Hahn with it. Oh, tried to feed it low, and it was kicked. Had Martinez driving and read well that time after the Tigers broke initial pressure. Gebhardt. Hahn trying to feed Martinez low. Trying to seal off down in the paint. Hahn looking for Chris Smith. He's trying to back his way in. Goes up off the window and in. Good no call there by the official. I thought that was a pretty clear flop there, and the official agreed with me. Now thrown to the corner. Little head fake. Going up is Martin, and that's no good. And then he got the frustration foul. Smith almost got fouled again by Martin. 4-point lead here for Erie. Smith driving into the paint, goes up with it, and gets that one to fall. And the Tigers starting to attack the middle of the floor a little bit better now. Their lead's up to 6. Oh, could have called a double dribble there. Martin off to Aldana. Aldana drives, and he was hooked on the trip. No basket as that foul was on the floor before the shot. Braylon Englehart got his hands in there. Midway through quarter number 3, Erie 2-possession lead. Floater in, wide open 3, buried. That was Buffington that splashed the nylon that time. Back to a 1-possession game. Englehart with it. Tigers have done a better job attacking the paint here. Quick trigger 3 by Englehart. That's off the mark. Aldana driving. Stops. Trying to go up and under again. Buffington into the paint. Whip to Aldana. He saved it over his head. Good save. And that was corralled. No Tiger in sight to get that one. Martin in the corner now. Aldana working again low on Lee. That's been a little bit of a mismatch, and his shot is up and no good, and he'll go to the line. And now they will get Harry Hartman in there to match up a little bit more defensively down in the block. Two-point lead here. The D2 National Championship is tomorrow, and Erie's own Noah Roper will play a big part in that game. Shot up, that will fall. And a foul called there as Hahn tried to break some pressure. The official's going to confer now because I think both of them had a whistle. And a timeout actually was called, no foul. Timeout on the floor, 3:02 remaining here in the quarter. We'll take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network. Now Gebhardt will bring it up here for the Tigers. Callan with it. Strong dribble to the left hand, stops. Can't get it to fall. Callan. Just got to see one fall. Throw ahead, and Frederick has the lead. 33-32. Erie just has not been as strong defensively this quarter. Too many easy points like that one. Hartman getting pushed. Bounces to Smith. Head fake, turnaround, buries it, and Chris Smith. Some offense here in this quarter. Both teams trading buckets now. Spin into the lane. Jumper is short, and Smith falls on the inline. Come on, guys. Same team. Inbound in. Engelhardt into the corner. Aldana working against Hartman, and Hartman just drifted too far up toward the free throw line and didn't hold his ground down low. I don't know what you're saying. Okay. 3 ball in the way. Engelhardt, that's too strong, and Hartman was trying to corral it, and he hooked Aldana and got tagged with another foul. That's the 5th team foul now on Erie. And there were 5 team fouls there, and they didn't award the 2 free throws there, and the officials never noticed. And the Erie scores table was trying to scream at the officials, and it was Aldana that drew the foul, and a little bit of gamesmanship there from the Golden Eagles, trying to claim that a better free throw shooter was the one that was fouled. And that was Harry Hartman that fouled Aldana, for sure. And Strunjic was trying to act like it was his job to go to the line. 2-point lead, though, for Erie. Excuse me, for Frederick. Make that a 3-point lead. So the Tigers' defense has surrendered almost 20 points this quarter. 19 right now. Frederick has almost doubled their first half output in this quarter alone. Gebhardt for 3, that's off the mark, and he just cannot get one to fall. And they'll say that Martinez stepped on the end line. Tigers starting to get a little frustrated. Can't let that rattle with you. A lot has gone not their way, but you just got to keep staying in the moment, executing the next play. Good challenge here for this young squad. Layup, no good. Rebounded by Engelhardt. He tried to get out of trouble. Now a little shove there by Buffington, and then there's a walk. So Erie will get the ball back. Callan will drive, little backdoor cut for Smith. That was smart. His man was overplaying him, went backdoor. 3 ball no good though by Marco. Tigers gone pretty cold from deep. See, they're just sliding around quite a bit on this floor. Nice little poke there from Braylon. He'll push it up. Callan drives in, dishes, Hahn off the window, gets it to go. Nice no-look dish. Wide open, though, on the other end is Buffington, and he'll have an easy layup. No one went back to pick him up. Yeah, earn the steal and the layup, and no one gets back in time. That's going to drive a coach nuts. Still a 3-point lead for Frederick. 10 seconds left here. Tigers just looking for a good shot. Callan into the paint, gets it to fall. 4 seconds left here. A turnover. Can Hahn go up with it? He draws the foul just before the clock, but they will say that was on the floor. Hahn saying that he was in the act of shooting. Well, if you called a foul, there's got to be time on the clock. I think that's what Coach Perriott is arguing. So it's either on the floor and there's time on the clock, or it was as time expired in shooting. Tigers get neither of those, and we'll go to the fourth quarter. 1 point lead for Frederick here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. As the Tigers trail it by 1 heading to the fourth quarter.
Starting the fourth period of play, Frederick has the basketball.
As Frederick will inbound here with the basketball, and this is our last quarter of the year on the ETN. Turnover there. Lucas Lee will inbound it. Hahn whips it out to Marco. Right back to Gebhardt. Tigers overloaded one side of the floor. Good little poke there by Buffington, saves it up, and then Smith tried to save it, and they'll say that he was on the end line. That was the correct call. And actually, they could have called a travel too, as he kind of slid with possession. Behind the back dribble. Buffington just lost it out of bounds. Now Gebhardt. Bounces off to Hahn. Hahn works his way through traffic. Callan trying to get something to fall there. Can't get that one. Gets his own rebound though. Whips it right back to Lee. To Marco in the corner. Tigers reset the offense. There's Callan. Power dribble. Got it poked away. Aldana charges right through Marco Martinez, and he's saying that Marco moved. Marco was planted there for a while, and Aldana thought that the spin would be good enough, and he just blew him up. A little bit of moisture on the floor there. Tigers and the officials team working it up. In fact, Lucas Lee, who's in the game, gonna go put a towel out there. Now Gebhardt. Bring it up for the Tigers. got to find a way to get Callan going here down the stretch. A warning was issued to the Frederick fans or bench. I'm not sure who. Hahn had it poked, but right into the hands of Smith. A little double team here. Hahn being tough with it. Goes up strong, can't get it to go. Martinez a tough rebound. That was stripped down low. Gets it back to Hahn, head fake. And throws it out, and Gebhardt will step into a three, and that one's off the mark, but Martinez with the board and gets fouled. Tough work there for the Tigers. They didn't quit. That got Coach Perriott fired up, and he'll go to the line. Second foul of the quarter on Frederick. And tension's starting to boil a little bit. Maybe some of that old scar tissue from past rivalry matchups starting to resurface here as Martinez buries that. We're tied with 6:16 left. Gonna be pretty pleased with this Tiger effort. This basketball team, much maligned a year ago. Trying to build something here with the Erie alum Coach Perriott. Another charge is called, and taking that one was Chris Smith. And the Frederick bench is incredulous, and you could call a tee. When an assistant coach acts like that, you could call a tee pretty easily. Tee him up! Tee him up! Tee him up! Home cooking on the Erie Tiger Network. In the corner now, Lucas off to Callan. Lucas found Marco, emerged for a second. Tigers just trying to be patient, waiting for a good shot. Nice find, going up off the pump fake is Hahn off the left side and gets it to fall. The Tigers back on top by 2. Martin thought about the three, now kicks. Buffington will fire the three, that's off the mark. Aldana will bat it to himself. He'll drive in, he spins in the lane. Oh, and then he hit Lucas Lee in the face and no call. And that will draw some ire. But a nice pass up to Hahn and the layup is good. A beautiful seed of a pass from Callan Gebhardt. And the Tigers lead by 4. And now a illegal screen called on Aldana. And if Frederick's not careful, they're going to draw a tech. They will take a timeout to try and settle down. 30-second timeout. We will take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
We are strong, and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times.
Welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. 4-point lead here for Erie. They'll have the ball here out of a timeout. And the official telling the Frederick assistant he needs to sit down. He has been a little bit too mouthy for assistant coaches. Usually the assistant does the talking. They're going to do a tech sooner or later. I'll give the head coach a little more leeway. Lucas Lee for 3 from the corner. That's off the mark. He rushed that one just a touch. Tiger trying to get back on defense, and Englehart's going to get tagged with a reach. Frederick to inbound here. Almost midway through this final quarter. 3 ball up. That's going to be off the mark, and it's going to fall back to the Golden Eagles here. Oh, and the Tigers got tagged with a foul. Whistle been pretty quick here in this quarter. 16 fouls, and we're not quite halfway through the quarter here. Erie is 1 away from the bonus. And a charge. Easy to call charge as Chris Smith was just camped out in the lane. And that's the 5th team foul on Erie. Now, I'll say this. Chris was planted there, but he went down pretty easy. That should be the 5th team foul. So it's not bonus because it was offensive player control foul, and now a timeout called. Full timeout called by Coach Parrott. We'll step aside. Tigers lead it by 4 here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Welcome back in. ETN. Brandon Bird here with you. 4:12 remaining in this 4th quarter play. In a rivalry matchup game, at least an old rivalry matchup game. We mentioned this in the girls game. I was talking to a student, sophomore, before the girls game started. I said, does this feel like a rivalry too? He goes, I thought Broomfield was our rivals. I just laughed. I was like, okay, things change quickly when you change classifications and you're a high schooler. Lucas Lee got it partially blocked, goes underneath. He may have walked. Yep, he did. He thought he got fouled. The near side official agreed with me as he tried to step through, and I thought he took an extra step, and official agreed with me, unfortunately. Lucas Lee gets the steal. Lucas is going to drive, and he will just lay it off the window. Big bucket there for the Tigers, because that makes it a 6-point game and another turnover there for Frederick, and they've lost a little bit of focus here. Well, Gebhardt to inbound. Out to Hahn. Right back, Lee, 1 extra pass. He thought about shooting. If he would have passed that right away, might have been open. That little head fake gave Callan's defender enough time to close out. Lucas gonna catch and drive, kicks to the corner. That's Chris Smith, buries it! You don't want to leave him alone because he'll make you pay, and he did right there. Chris Smith gives Erie a 9-point lead with 3:08 left. Tigers trying to build something here with Coach Parrott. This would be a huge shot in the arm. Tiger crowd. Students do a little better job than we've seen throughout the year, and a foul underneath the bucket. And the officials conferencing on this one. I think they're going to call this on Erie. And they call it on Callan. That's the 4th team foul here for Erie. That is probably, he has 3 fouls, and I feel like all 3 have been away from the ball. Lucas almost got caught with a reach there. Marco trying to go straight up. Nice block there from Chris Smith, and at last touched by Aldana. Chris Smith. I'm pretty sure he's in double digits tonight. And on top of that, playing some tough D. Tigers got to get it over. They do. Hahn will drive to the middle, kicks to Smith. Callan, poised and patient. Off to Braden, right back to Callan, wide open. He thought about the 3, drives, kicks to Marco, who scoops it off the window, and the Tigers lead by 11 with about 2 minutes left, as that will stay a Frederick ball. 2:11 left. The Tigers' 3rd quarter was a little bit of a disaster, but this 4th quarter, they have been awesome. Step back 3, that's blocked by Hahn. And a timeout from the Golden Eagles. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. Full timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
For the card-carrying fan, get your CU Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking.
Sherry Bond is your hometown real estate expert who has passionately been helping people develop winning game plans for their home goals since 1994. Her offense and defense are bar none when it comes to negotiations. Sherry believes honesty and compassion are the keys to seller service. With hundreds of happy clients, you can be confident that when you are working with Sherry Bond, you are working with a team player that truly cares about you for life.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. An 11-point lead for the Tigers. 11 points with 2:05 remaining here in this game. And if you recall, the Tigers started the quarter down by 2 or 3. So really nice quarter here. The second large run of the game for Erie. Martin looking for Aldana, just threw it away. Threw it away, and now the Tigers just got to take care of the basketball. If you're Frederick, I think you probably want to start fouling sooner than later. Chris Smith will dial in a 3, and the phone call is answered from deep. He went long distance on that one, and Frederick's paying the collect. And the foul on the other end. Chris Smith has been dialed in from deep tonight with laser-like focus. So a 12-point lead for Erie. The only thing you don't want to do if you're Erie is let Frederick score any points at the free throw line. You got to make them score all their points, the clock running. As Gebhardt in the backcourt, and a timeout was called before the trap back there. And Coach Perriott, good feel for the game. That is about the second or third time tonight he has kind of saved possession with a timeout and a full timeout. Well, Tiger fans, this is our last broadcast of 2023. What a year it has been. You go back to last winter, into the spring lacrosse. We called a state championship game, a double overtime thriller that unfortunately did not go the way of the Tigers, but that was kind of setting the tone for maybe some special things at Erie High School. The lay ahead, we called a state championship game in softball. Unfortunately, that didn't go their way, but we called state championship in football, and Tigers a couple of fall semester state championships. Of course, we broadcasted that little championship ceremony we had in the gym, and we expect some more fun things to come in 2024, but we hope that your holiday season is a good one, and we are so thankful for you being a part of what we do on the Erie Tiger Network. Tigers having trouble breaking the press, and a turnover there and an easy layup, and all of a sudden things tighten up a little bit. Tigers are going to throw that one away. Oh man, if you're Erie, 3-ball, that was a huge miss. If Frederick hits that, you take a big gulp, and Erie just not wanting to make a mistake, playing, I think, not quite aggressive enough. Sometimes you got to match their aggression, and they're just letting Frederick get in their hip pocket. 9-point lead, though, for Erie. This is a big free throw here to make it a 4-possession game, and you have your best shooter at the line. Callan, earlier this semester in class, he said, we'll beat Frederick. We played them in the summer, and they lost a lot from last year, and they felt real good about this matchup coming in, and they have delivered on that promise. 10-point lead. 4-possession game for the Tigers. That's off the mark. That one's tapped around. Hans first to it. And he gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. And 49 seconds left. That shot is up and good, and that'll make it an 11-point game. So the Tiger girls knocked off Frederick. The boys on the verge of doing the same. Frederick team, we mentioned they were in the Final Four last year in 4A, or excuse me, 5A. Now Tigers are in 6A. And Gebhardt finally draws the foul here, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Callan has had to fight in this one tonight. Coach Perriott, his squad will move to 3-5 on the year, as that one will drop in there. Good feeling for this Tiger program. Good to see. And a turnover there. Frederick will drop to 3-4 on the season. As we mentioned, the Tigers 3-3. Last year, the Tigers team went 5-18. They play in a tough league, so, but got to feel good at least about the early direction of this one after such a tough year last year where the Tigers were 13 games under 500. Gebhardt will hit that one. 25 ticks of the clock left. 59-44. Tigers not fouling. They'll get that one. Just got to get it across the midline. There's Callan. Frederick still in foul mode. And they will finally call off the Dogs here with 3 seconds left. And that'll do it. The Tigers win it 59-44 here in a game of old rivals. For Layden and Braxton and Paxton, and especially Tori, our producer here tonight, I'm Brandon. Thank you for joining us. Have a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and we wish you well here. Excuse me, on the Erie Tiger Network. And until 2024, Tiger fans, I'll chirp at you later.